So here's a pro tip if you're ever, buying instant noodles. Santok, thank you for thank you for the resub. I really appreciate it. Godbert declares no clothes. Godbert isn't here. We're not gonna do the Hillebrand stuff just yet, but yes, here is a quick pro tip if you're ever at the Asian market buying instant noodles. If it has Korean characters on the packaging, even if it doesn't look spicy, it's probably spicy. I am melting a little bit, but we're good. I will cool down slowly over the course of the stream, hopefully. But yes, we're back at it with some more Final Fantasy XIV. As much as I want to do more Hildebrand stuff, got any milk? I have coffee. I think it's gonna make it worse though. We're probably not gonna do much of the Hildebrand stuff today. I really want to make sure that I actually get to Shiva. So we're gonna knock out some main story quests in the meantime. It's honestly not too spicy. It's not as spicy as like Bulldog. It's not as spicy as. Oh hey, there's Zantok. Can you not set me on fire, please? You look really snazzy though. But at the very least, it wasn't as spicy as Bulldog. It wasn't as spicy as Nongshim. It was pretty, it's pretty tolerable. It's still really spicy. Alright. Oh, you have 2B? A hot robot? Okay. We're just gonna tackle main story quests. So, until we can unlock Shiva, hopefully. Where am I going? I think I just need to go to the place I always need to go to when I want to talk to the people in charge here. Alright. It's pretty spicy though. Okay. Oh, there's Alphanod. Excuse me, hold on, I didn't even remember how to do voices. Miss, thanks for coming. When you're ready, speak with the conjurer yonder. She will show us to the lotus stand. Okay. The Alliance leaders wait you at the lotus stand. Will you be joining them now? Yes. Let's go.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
Ooh, politics.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
Can we talk to them?
Who?
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign.
It's me, I took over. Can you spare us from inevitable imperialism then?
Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
This guy looks cool, but also evil as hell. Don't spit on... okay. Rude.
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
Is this the guy in charge? Is she just evil as hell? Those Imperials are golem-malding. They sure will be when I'm done with
It
them.
was the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Is it the evil uncle?
Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader. Not so his uncle.
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's
Oh.
grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
So it is just a grandson, okay. Yeah, dude looks old as hell. Do we have a canon age? He has like very prominent cheekbones that makes his face look wrinkly.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions.
Concerning how JRPGs like to call people in their 30s old and decrepit, I find it hilarious that Varus is called young when he's 46. I mean, 46 is old enough to rule an empire, I guess. What made you jump into Final Fantasy XIV? They made me. there was a community challenge pool and they made me. They put like what 300,000 points into it. So I had to. And now we're here. And now we're stuck here. Held at gunpoint,
But you can be
exactly.
sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their emperor gives the word.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's
got away.
intentions are of great concern to us all. I propose that we set aside the Cartano dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald. Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
Gotta do something about Shiva. Shiva's an inevitability. Alright.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it.
Don't be mean, Alphanod.
If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming. So long as the Ivy eludes our grasp,
Right, we have spies.
no secret is safe.
Still posing and still flexing here, I guess. Alright. I will not have escaped your notice that the nations of Ares are no nearer to being of one purpose, despite their protestations to the contrary. Plainly, the threat of a resurgent Garlemald is not enough to stir them. And the reason for this, deep-rooted mistrust amongst the citizenry. The nation's leaders can come to all the understandings they like, but their unity means little unless to the common folk. Take the Lominsons, for instance. Admiral Miro outlawed piracy over a decade ago. Foreigners still pictured the nation as a haven for Grogs wooden-legged cutthroats. In the wise, the Gridanians are mocked as hermits who talk to trees, and Uldan sworn as swindlers who worship coin. Not that such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that pillar of Uldan Society Telegy at Adelegy, for example. But that is beside the point. The fact is that people are wary of outsiders, whether they have cause to be or not. On that basis, one could argue that the conflict in Cartoneo is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them something resembling warfare, and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. Enough of idle musing. Let's speak of more pressing matter. The Ivy. Since we spoke at the Observatorium, Captain Elbert has further shortened his list of suspects, and by happy coincidence, what he deems his most likely candidate is lately come to Gridania. But nearest its end, all remains is to corner our quarry, seek out Elbert near the Adder's Nest. He'll give you the particulars. I don't trust Elbert, honestly. I want to, but I don't. Should there be any developments at Quarthos, you may be sure that I will send word without delay. In the meantime, I wish you success in apprehending the Ivy. Alright. Honestly, not sure how far I am to getting to Shiva, actually. I would like to know. Okay. Thanks for coming, Scion. Doubtless the commander has informed you, but we have unmasked the Ivy. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution. Alright. So now you say see an MSQ name I can tell you? Okay. None of these are for me. Okay, okay. Four more quests? Good to know. Okay, this one's mine. Even start code. Including what you are now accepting. Alright, cool. So we should be able to get to Shiva today. Listen well. The spy we have been seeking all this time is none other than Flame Marshal Lean Royale. Roman's second in command. Prior to joining the Immortal Flame, she was a mercenary of no small renown. They say her skill with a polearm had yet to be seen to believe, or had to be seen to be believed. Of Ashorian birth, she is the highest ranking foreigner in the Immortal Flames, barring the Flame General himself, of course. When he formed the Grand Company, Ramon chose people based on their worth. Whence they hailed was of no interest. Monetarists saw things differently, however. Having funded the enterprise, they reserved the right to reject candidates nominated for high-ranking positions. And 'twas no secret that they did not favor foreigners, Scrodians especially, after the way the Holy See forsook the Alliance. The monetarists now raised so much as a murmur of protest when Ryo was appointed to her post. Passing strange, is it not? To be that the Ivy has some hold over the monetarists. You don't see shit. But these revelations are secondary to our current mission. Of foremost interest to us is Relay's presence here now. I should be aware it is the duty of the Flame Marshal to command the Immortal Flames in the absence of the Flame General. While Raban attended the Council of Alliance Leaders, she should have remained in the Hall of Flames. Woman has no business being in Gridania, yet she is here nonetheless on some pretense. She's up to something, mark my words. I mean, I didn't remember seeing her very present at the meeting, so... Like, Raman must know that she's here for a reason. So... Even as we speak, I have a dozen men trolling the Flames records for evidence of Royal's guilt. If we can catch her red-handed, we shall have all the proof we need. Which brings me to the plan. Have people watching the city gates, the airship landing, and the docks. Every point of egress. She cannot leave without our knowledge. All that remains is to shadow her until she betrays her true purpose. Can I rely on your eyes, Scion? Okay. You have my thanks. Let's go then. Take care not to alert our quarry. This game better not have stealth missions. I'd really suck if they had stealth missions. It actually does? Shut up. Shut up. Rollo's headed in the direction of Blue Badger Gate. With me, Scion. Okay. But they aren't for a while? Better not be. Speed. So, Rel has entered a Carline canopy. Meeting someone perchance. Or could it be she means to board an airship? Pray look for her within. If she's not on the upper floor, try to land the area below. One of mine is stationed there, and she may have seen something. If he means her name, I shall remain here in case Royal appears. Alright. I guess they're downstairs. Speed. Such an unexpected pleasure. What brings you here? A social visit, you say? How pleasant. No, she didn't come this way. Noted every passenger and none bore any resemblance. Well, don't let me keep you. Okay. Alright then. Nowhere to be seen, you say? Are you sure she did not board an airship? She did not come back out either. Where the seven hell could she have gone? The Roost. How could I forget? Good evening. Greetings, good sir. Might interest you in some Muay tonic. A couple days and views a man with great vigor if you take my meaning. Heh. Perhaps another time, friend. Wait, that necklace. You're Shinobi of Doma. The woman you seek has left Redania by way of West Shore Pier. She is attired as a merchant, but these eyes are not so easily deceived. You may wish to take your search to the East Route. Rest assured that we shall continue to support you from the shadows. Cold ninjas. Like 12 for the Dormants. Or not for their unique talents, Royal would have disappeared without a trace. Awesome. I do want to look at what this coat looks like, actually. Even Star Cloak. Coat, even. Try on. I don't like that I'm naked, though. It really matches my hat, at least. But it's not as good as the other stuff. I might maybe mess around with glamour later, but not right now, I guess. I like looking like a funny magician. Bloody magician, aesthetic is basically like Kaito Kid style Phantom Thief attire. Alright. Our hunt leads us to the East Shroud, Scion. I suggest we follow Royal's example and take the ferry from Restore Pier. You'll doubtless wish to make certain preparations. See to them while I go on ahead. I shall wait for you at Sweet Bloom Pier. Okay. Sweet Bloom Pier then? Where is that? I mean, I could just take the ferry. It's fine. It would just be faster for me to just take the ferry. Drink my coffee. Alright. Send me over, dude. This way, my friends. Ugiri. Your quarry makes for the Hawthorn Hut. If Royal truly is the one we seek, we can expect that she means to make contact with her Garlean masters there. An explanation is in order. You're no doubt aware that the Garleans have their own method of communicating over great distances. Well, our ingenious friends at Garland Ironworks have provided us with devices which disrupt these communications. We have stole them around the city-states. In so doing, we have made it difficult for Imperial agents to correspond with their masters. Well, would thus have no choice but to rendezvous with her Imperial contact directly. Yet, as well not facing the airport of flame, she cannot move about Thanalan without being recognized. It will only be a matter of time before someone saw through her disguise. It is for this reason I believe that she has chosen the Black Shroud for her clandestine meeting. This place is home to many of your kind, and the arrival of one or more Ellison is not like to turn any heads. Oh. I'm surprised he's actually like commenting on my race here, actually. As my scouts tell it, the Garleans have sent agents with the mind to destroy the devices and render such direct contact unnecessary. Fortunately, our shinobi have thus far have been successful in rebuffing their efforts. This is it. Only make for Hawthorne's hut and catch Royal in the act. Alright. Behemoth, get over here. Just over here, I guess. Alright. Hold on, Behemoth's so massive. My people report that our quarry has departed for the Bramble Patch. If he returns to Knowles when she came, well, perhaps this is all for the better. Convince someone of her standing, who will require damning evidence against her. What could better be than to catch her in the act when she meets with her Garlean masters? The countryman and I shall wait in the shadows. Tread warily, my friends. Alright. Hold on. Get the Behemoth back out. Just fly over. You don't need a stealth. She won't notice a giant Behemoth lying in the sky. Okay. Just beyond Royal is in conversation with an individual clan in the matter of an adventurer. Imperial maiden intermediary, no doubt. This is it. With me. Actually, hold on. If plot is about to happen, I kind of really actually need to use the bathroom. Hold on. Hold on. We're gonna be stuck on dialogue here for a second. I need it. Alright. Late Marshal, Lead Royal. You're under arrest for treason and espionage. You're followed, you bloody fool. Damnation. Do not underestimate the power of ninjas. You're unarmed, my lady, and scarce corpse for battle. What do you wish to fight? You're welcome to try. What is the meaning of this, Captain? Would you arrest me for strolling on Twillswood? When last I looked, that was no crime. Neither was conversing with passing strangers. You would feign ignorance then. Very well. If you do think of something to say, there will be plenty of time to say it later. Now, come quietly or I shall make you wish you had. I will offer you no struggle. After all, I have naught to hide. Whoa. Oh. Dimorphy, thank you for the follow, I really appreciate it. Okay, now we're good. Even a battle of royals renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender is not, so to speak, innocence, but no awareness that her position is untenable. With the IB thus uprooted, it is hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhap then the people of Ul'dah will have the grand company they deserve. But let us speak of the present. If I may ask, what will you do now? So decide and seek a way into Iceheart's sanctum. And I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stones. Pray do not let me keep you. Fear not, my countrymen and I shall tend to the aftermath. You need not waste your talents here. Speaking of talents, have you considered training the art of shinobi? You have the aptitude for it, I believe, so please give it some thought. Till next time, my friend. I'll pass. I'm good with just being Black Mage. Alright. I'll probably wait until I can get some of the other classes first before I multi-class. Alright. Drink a little bit of water while I'm at it. Alright, we're good. Also, I did pick up some quests for some of the optional dungeons while I was at it. I just sort of used a guide to check what was available for me. And I went ahead and grabbed a whole bunch. So we have options if we do like a roulette or something. Alright. Welcome back. I understand that Alphanot had a task for you. May I ask what it was? Charges of treason and espionage against Elaine Royale. I can scarce believe it. Could there have not been some manner of misunderstanding? No, it fails us not to dwell on it. Whatever the truth may be, we must trust to the authorities to uncover it. We can throw up to 5 into queue at once and it will just give us what feels first. Just tell me when/what. Alright. Let us speak of another matter. I am pleased to report that we have made progress in our efforts to find a way into Iceheart's sanctum. Alright. Bacon broth. Amazing. As you may recall, Iceheart used the Aetheryte in the depths of Snowcloak to teleport a short distance to the west, most likely to a sanctuary of some description. It is there that we suspect that she means to summon Shiva using the crystal she stole from the House Vortem's caravan. The heretics believe that they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint, but as we suspect, they mean to hold a summoning ritual of the kind employed by the Beast tribes, it seems likely that the result will be something more akin to a primal. Suffice to say, they must be stopped, and stop them we shall. But first we must surmount the obstacle that Iceheart has placed in our path. Ordinarily, it would be a simple matter to tap into the established Aethernet and thereby follow our quarry. However, despite our best efforts, we have been unable to ascertain the position of the Aetherite to which she teleported. Our prevailing theory is that she destroyed the second Aetherite upon arrival. Reckless, desperate measure, but also an effective one. After discussing the matter at length with Orianja, we have concluded that we lack the expertise to develop a solution. Which is why we have called upon the aid of one who does possess such expertise. A colleague of ours who is currently en route to Revenant's Toll from Charlian. She should be arriving within the hour, in fact. Since you're here, perhaps we can welcome her together. I'm certain she would appreciate the gesture. Let us make our way to the northern gates and await her coming. Alright. Wait for the carriage. Next quest is Shiva? Alright. Next quest is Shiva, then how long until, like, a next expansion, actually? Northern Gate. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Destination. Are we gonna have like a whole cutscene here, maybe? Bird carriage. Oh. Oh. Pretty lady.
Minfilia, am I right?
Oh, that voice immediately sounds familiar.
None other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
As if I could ever say no to Urianger.
You're not immune to pretty Rogadan lady. The difference between male and female Rogadan is kind of insane now.
Moonbreeder is an accomplished Sharlayan scholar and an authority on aetherite technologies. She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Ascian souls.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Her face just looks very squishable. I say in a very polite way. Let us return to the Rising Stones at once then. We have much to discuss. And I have to walk all the way back. You're not immune to pretty tall woman. Is what I mean to say, because I realized that the pretty night lady from last stream also wasn't Elizin. She was just very tall. She didn't have the pointed ears though. Not sure if she was Rogadan though. She's not Rogadan, okay. Interesting. Then what is? Oh.
Moon! Gods, it's been ages!
Oh, longer, sister.
A joyous reunion indeed.
Well, of course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
You know, when are you gonna get unmasked? Everyone is here except for Yanja, I think, right?
Everyone?
Yeah.
If I could have your attention. We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Sharlayan to assist us. I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of aetherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white auracite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
I'm also, like, very curious about her
Well, I
outfit as
had
well.
to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
Okay, seriously, who is her voice actor? Because she sounds so familiar, but I'm not sure.
'Tis plain the passage
Oh,
of the
there's
years hath
Arianja.
done little to dampen thy youthful spirits. And nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
She doesn't date
Oriante,
everything?
Where in the hells have you been hiding?
Well, I haven't met everyone to date everything yet, so I'm not sure.
Unhand me.
That's very attractive. I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me. I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
Is she... hold on, is she, this is lore post. I think also voice, maybe, like... I think she voices, Yelan. Yeah, okay. British lore post.
Thine artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent, as well thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be summoned, save if thou and no other grantest my compeers thine aid.
It's been on typing all the characters I knew you'd recognize her as, and you just figured it out. Sometimes you just need to listen, and then sometimes things just click.
You still haven't found it then? You're missing Aetheryte.
I'm not used to hearing
not.
Laura post with an
No.
accent, so...
We know that Iceheart teleported to an Aetheryte not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate the second beacon. We now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second Aetheryte to impede our pursuit. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
I'm sorry, but if the Aetheryte's been destroyed, then that's that. Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first Aetheryte, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
Oh?
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the Aetheryte.
Whenever one of our own, you mean me, and I'm also kind of not very perceptive in general.
In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
Truly? How?
We use the current to recreate the beacon.
Oh?
As you know, Aetherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate.
Also, I got interrupted on the thought process before, but her outfit, the color of her outfit is very interesting. It's like the color of like Yugiri's outfit and the other Dormans who are also ninjas, so I don't know if that's important.
However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an Aetherite is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon, and thereby fill it up again.
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
All the signs at this point except for Minfilia are wearing either basic gear you can buy / find in a dungeon or slightly modified version. For sure with the main body piece her outfit is based off of. Okay, let me see.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. They, however, did not have white aura sight at their disposal.
That's still not very reassuring, but...
I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the Aetherite. However, white aura sight cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand. Just so you know, I'd confidently give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
I probably would, though.
Though it risked the lives of our best and brightest, we have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moonbreeder's plan.
Alright.
That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice.
better not die here. Please don't kill me. Alright. Old bacon broth. Alright. We're good. I already informed Alphanot of our plan to recreate the beacon in the manner Morbrenda described. He agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents our only hope of success. He also said that he wished to meet you at Snowcloak before proceeding. I expect you will find him waiting for you there when you arrive. Want to know that I appreciate everything you've done on our behalf, and that I have faith that you will return to us, as you always have. It would really suck if I died here before I even got to Shiva. Be really fucking funny though. The game ends here. We died trying to teleport over. More coffee. Alright. Way. Oh, wrong way. Speed on over. Instant udon wasn't really that spicy, but it does feel like it fucked me up quite a bit, actually. Alright. Oh. Yeah, get me in the party. Alright. Good to see you. I was starting to wonder if you were having second thoughts. Captain Elbert sends his regards, by the way. He attends the interrogation of Elena Royale and will die even as we speak. But I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We can discuss the IV upon your return. I trust that... by which I mean to say... the others are waiting for us at the Aetheryte. After you, Scion. Pew pew pew. What's with the word floating shadow? Okay. There, it's ready. It worked, I think. Try tuning to Aetheryte now. Feel for any current and try to locate the beacon. Tries and immediately dies. We've done all we can. For now, let us withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we have created. If, by the grace of the 12, you arrive safely, you must stop I's heart before she summons Shiva. But maybe we're just a little too late, just so we can have a boss battle, you know? What are you doing? Why are you getting abducted? Goodbye, Xantok. We'll remember you. Cannot ignore the impossibility that our actions have alerted Iceheart to our plans. Should that be the case, she may have attempted to hasten the completion of the summoning ritual. If she succeeds, you will have little choice but to face Shiva in battle. Knowing little of the saint, I cannot say if your own strength will suffice, so I would encourage you to call upon your allies. Some may have some reservations about wagering their lives on the success of Brenda's experiment, but others will surely agree that desperate times call for desperate measures. Before you assemble your party, pray speak with that knight. I believe he has a message for you from Sir Imric. You? Okay. Sir Imric regrets that he could not be here in person and asks that I read to you this letter. Ishgard faces an unprecedented threat, yet in her hour of need, it's not her knights who stand poised to defend her. Warrior of light, savior of Erzea, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you chose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts for selfish ends, you wield yours in service to a greater cause. May Helen bless you with good fortune and see you safely home. Nice. Afa Amphitheater. Okay. Ooh. Ready. Give us up, bitch. Nice. Less than 5 minutes, but it is a Wednesday, so it might take a while. Oh, is that how it's going to be? What? I see it as a term of endearment, you know? You know? It's gonna fly away! So what else do I have here? This one is the Hildebrand quest. Should I do some of the... I think the Legacy of Allah quest is the Crystal Tower stuff, is it? Yes, okay. Then I guess I will do this really quickly while I'm at it. Just while we wait for Q. Need to see more of my man Sid. Alright. Please, I don't want to do the fades, we're good. No. Oh, okay, maybe I should fight them. Get out of here. Alright. I'm gonna just do the other one. All the way back to airport. We're good. Just a little bit greasy. We're fine. We're fine. I do kind of want more funny mounts, actually. Just something a little bit silly. Like the UFO one or the TV time one. Alright. Alright, oh! Oh! That's all the way back here. Alright. Well, it's taking quite a bit of time to queue, so guess we'll keep doing more of this analog stuff for a bit. It's already been 6.5 minutes. The game lied. How's your progress in infiltrating the Beastman strongholds? Just fine. So, these are famed flawed crystals of the Beast Tribes. I've seen countless specimens from I don't know how many excavations, but nothing to compare to these. Their purity is outstanding. You have done well. With these in our possession, we lack only the crystals of fire and wind, the former lands in Zaharok, the war camp of Dalmashan in Thanlan, the latter in Natalan, recently exiled in the hills of Korthos. You'd expect them to be closely guarded as the first two, if not more so. Still, I look forward to receiving word of your resounding success. Alright, cool. Eh. Can I... There we go. We'll go to little Alamigo, I think. How much more of the Crystal Tower stuff do I still actually have? Is it like, well, like actually like an unlock a whole ass dungeon I still need to explore? Oh, let's do it. Okay. Excuse me, I started coughing. I'll unlock 3 whole ass dungeons? Okay. It's gonna take a while. Let me drink water 1 second. Hello, pretty elf lady.
You should never have come here, warrior of light. I labor only to forge a lasting peace. A peace you would deny us out of ignorance and blind faith. No matter. If it is our fate to be at odds, then it is mine to strike you down.
Oh. Uh-oh.
We whom gods and men have forsaken shall be the instruments of our own deliverance.
Ah, there's a plane passing by. Wait, is she turning into Shiva?
This vessel with your light. Walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more. Oh, Saint Shiva, still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace.
Oh? Yeah, that's definitely Shiva. Why are you talking about 2-day-old chicken in chat right now? Okay. I think I should not be like right in front of her 1 moment. And I want to make sure I zoom all the way out, just so I can see everything that happens. Pretty quickly, at least. Why should you join my chorus, my brothers? Oh, is she summoning guys? Uh-oh. Okay. Should I get out of that? Serenity, renounce the hatreds that consume you. Oh dear. What are you doing? I'm just gonna hang out around everyone just in case. Oh, wait. Plot frozen. Plot diamond dust. Okay. Okay, phase 2. Oh, hold on. That's way too many circles for me to keep track of. Wait, it actually has a vocal track. Okay. Nice. There we go. We're good. GG's. Nice. What are you gonna do with the... Yeah, about this lady. Still very pretty.
Fool. Blind, bloody fool. You, of all people, should understand the suffering war begets. That no sacrifice is too great if it brings an end to the violence. Mine is the righteous cause.
Okay, but she's kind of dumb about that. Okay.
You fight in a war you do not understand. A pawn of liars and schemers. And they are no less ignorant than you, following the creed of their fathers without question, never thinking to ask why. Trapped in a delusion of their own creation, and blind to the truth. Warrior of light, redemption is not beyond us. We who walk before may lead those who walk after.
Yeah, but you didn't need to summon a primal.
Seek the keeper of the lake. See with eyes unclouded. Do not squander Mother's gift.
Oh. Okay, virgin bitch.
Feel. Think.
Do you have something to do with Heidelin, maybe, then? Okay. Okay. Motherfucker.
And so the vessel withdraws. A predictable outcome.
This is a different one from La Habrea, though.
Nevertheless, La Habrea will be pleased.
Looks like a little bug.
How unfortunate.
Funny bug man. Well, we did it. By the 12 you're alive. I mean, of course you're alive. Why wouldn't you be? I sorted what? And you're certain about that, are you? Dravanians are skilled with glamours, after all. Look, if you say that's what you saw, I believe you. It's just that I never heard of a primal being summoned like that before. And are you sure you're not injured? Head trauma has been known to cause hallucinations, you see. You know? Fair enough, I was only asking. Alright. If you ask me, there's not to be gained from mulling over the implications of your storing the freezing cold. Let's save it for the rising stones, eh? We'll get everyone to meet us there. Before that, you'd best pay a visit to Whitebrim Front and speak with Alphanor. He's worried to stick about you. That or he's busy playing politics with the Ishgardians. Either way, I'm sure he'd be delighted to see you hale and healthy. Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No? Blurred vision? Oh, no reason. See you again soon. Alright. It's probably just faster if I fly. Alright. Onward, Behemoth. Where is he? Oh, in the tower again? Okay. Come on, Behemoth. You can deal with stairs. There we go. We're good. There he is, and then the worst for wear. Was there any doubt that the Warrior of Light would succeed? I think I speak for all of us when I say that I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory, if you would be so kind. Also, I see the pretty night lady. Then we were too late to prevent the summoning. But not too late to prevent further loss of life. An outcome worthy of celebration. And one for which we have Asa to thank. Yes, you're right, of course, Sir Emmerich. We should be content with what we have accomplished. Everyone could not have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. There's a matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, or moons, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Drillmont, is the caravan ready? Supplies your men have recovered have been prepared for transport, in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Revenant's Toll. That I have no doubt. I take it these are the self-same supplies the heretics stole from the House Fortem's caravan. As the crystals which comprise the bulk of the shipment, yes. Scarcely a fraction of which was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same. On a unrelated note, might I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? 'Tis not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. It took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I am told. You do that for me? Then give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of him. Alright. Handsome elf man did that for me? Okay. Go. Alright. Oh wait, where am I? Hold on, I'm over here. This is where we're going. Alright, we're good. Dancing on the table again, I say. What were you thinking? Measuring your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, knowing full well that she could have sufficient forewarning to complete her ritual to summon Shiva anyway. And then engaging the abomination in mortal combat? Might have fury. This is stuff of ballads, a battle for the ages, that I've been there to fight by your side. Yet here I was forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend for a veritable eternity. I don't know which such torture on my most hated enemy. But here you are now, and that's what really matters. Let us move on. Sir Emmerich wished to have words with you and Master Alphanon in private. He awaits us in the intercessory. I like him, he's cool. He's very handsome. I just have a thing for tall people. ready, sir. I'll show you when at once. Alright.
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks. Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Nautalon.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the Calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment.
Right, we also saw, like, the evil-looking bishop guy in a cutscene before, but we haven't actually done much with him, huh?
Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy. You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
Also, the shadow of the hat-bred on my face is a little bit weird, isn't it?
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
That will not be necessary. We, too, have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Final Fantasy XIV shadows are a bit fickle.
Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgard-Zoma could return?
Lighting is weird sometimes.
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's Toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
What are you trying to say, Alphinaud?
Choose your next words carefully.
Oh.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am. Now, why do you suppose that is? Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's Toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you.
And George, shut up and stop complaining off and on.
On such occasions, my second in command will speak for me.
Can I get to know her name? She's very pretty.
Lucia, at your service.
Nice.
Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies. Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray
I also
our
really like her
peoples can put
voice.
aside their differences. Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone.
It's a good combo of looks and voice. Pretty
Not being
tall
of
knight
Ishgardian
lady.
birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you.
Alphinaud is a bit of a privileged/sheltered little shit. Is he a rich brat?
Which reminds me, Lord Orchefort, if you would be so kind.
Are the twins with rich kids? Because in hindsight, that would make sense if they were rich kids. Yes, okay.
Certainly.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem. The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
So fruity. Yeah, rich kids for sure, but they graduated scholar school at a young age, so they're definitely smart, but Alphinaud has a problem thinking he knows better than everyone else, I see. I mean, it's kind of insane that he is basically in charge of his own, military company at his age. What are you doing here? Nice outfit. Is that the freaking 2B dress, actually? It sure is, isn't it? I still haven't played a Nier Automata yet, but I didn't know what 2B looks like. Looking good. Alright. Seem we have much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, Iceheart's method of summoning Shiva defies all precedent, and necessitates a complete appraisal of the primal threat, and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches Imperial ears. The Garlean Empire believes that primals are an insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified as default. Imagine then, it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that could summon primals, but her civilized peoples as well. Any lingering objections to the Eorzean campaign would vanish overnight. Right before we had to contend with a single Imperial Legion, we could well find ourselves facing the combined might of all of Garlemald. When I speak unadvisedly, come, it is better we continue this conversation, Mordona. Hose in. Alright. There's also something. I think there was something for the Crystal Tower stuff here as well. Come on. Come on. There we go. I just want to grab this real quick while I'm in the area. Like, what other, collaborations have they had with Final Fantasy XIV, actually? Anything I would recognize, other than, I know they have the, Yokai Watch stuff. Crystals are ours! I'll kill you. Alright, back to Mardona. Alright. Yeah, I got a lot going on. Alright.
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole.
Yeah, I didn't die in the teleporting process.
Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it. Excellent. I shall summon the others at once.
Thinking pose.
Iceheart used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul?
Master Louisoir's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
Final Fantasy 11, 13, 15, 16, Dragon Quest X, Yokai Watch, and Fall Guys. I forgot about Fall Guys. I remember seeing a beam in this game. All got limited time events where you could place for requests and get some rewards. Fall Guys also came to Fall Guys course that give you Planet a Golden Saucer. These events are rerun from time to time. Usually it's after we see the last story quest for an expansion or waiting for the next expansion to release. Hell yeah. So I mean, I don't know if that also means there's gonna be like Final Fantasy stuff in Fall Guys. Actually, I'll have to look through the Fall Guys stuff.
As certain as we can be that good King Mogglmog the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not, but full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Final Fantasy 11, Final Fantasy Tactics, Nier Automata, and Monster Hunter World also got permanent crossover content where you can fight enemies and get story content related to those games. Monster Hunter has you fight Rathalos as a one-off, but the other have full Alliance raid content, which is what the Crystal Tower is. I see, okay. What to do?
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before.
Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
Yes, sir.
About Iceheart's final words to you.
Oh.
Hear, feel, think.
Final Fantasy XIV has a lot of content heavily inspired by other Final Fantasy games, but puts a Final Fantasy XIV spin on it. Bristol Town Alliance Raid is based off 3, and the current expansion, a lot of its content is heavily based off 9. Interesting. Huh. I would ask for clarification on the 9 stuff, but I assume that's probably going to be spoilers, and I just sort of have to wait to get to that.
Hydaelyn speaks to her as well.
Years probably.
If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals. Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth. Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
About the dragon fucking?
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Midgard Zoma was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well founded. It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so. Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
Alright. Let's just keep going on the main story for a bit, I think. Level 50 weapon coffer. I mean, the scaredy annals for knowledge of Midgard Summer. Even at his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few... Oh, do you hear that? The commotion outside. What did you see if Oss is amiss? Okay. Babies better not be fighting. Oh, the reason Royale was gonna be this. I see. Just while you're on hand, we have a problem. Royale has escaped. And shortly after the Immortal Flames took her into custody. She had been placed into a dungeon cell ahead of her cutting trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking. Turnkey was found slain along with 2 guards. To explain, she received inside help. Citizens report seeing Royale quitting the city via the Gate of Nuld, a bloody spear in her hand. She makes her catch from Meridium. I'm certain of it. Her fate in Ears as good as sealed. What recourse has she but to flee her Imperial masters? Even as we speak, Captain Ilbrand and the First are hot upon Royale's heels. Ready to make haste to Camp Blue Fog and join the hunt. Okay. Northern Finland. Teleport straight there. There he is. My thanks for coming, Scion. I've spoken with the soldiers here. They say that Royale had walked through the camp but not a bill ago. And she walked right through. He did not miss here. We have Robin's decision to keep the matter secret, to thank for that. Bad for morale, he said. As a result, not a single flame in the garrison made any attempt to detain her. So here we are. Royal must not be allowed to reach cash from Meridianum. Okay. Maybe I'll just teleport closer, actually. Just so I can spend money, since I'm pretty close to camp. Alright. Over here? Oh. Wait, this is solo duty in it. Yep, okay, I need to leave. Goodbye. Been a while since we had a solo duty. Okay. This wretch was with Morel. He threw himself at us that his mistress might escape. She didn't blink when we cut him down. Like when he started screaming, loyalty even to her own, the goddamn harpy. This me sad. We almost have her. It had been abandoned like a child whose father went to get milk. Okay. I'll be back, I promise. Also, I'll drink water. Okay. Uh-oh. She's also wearing different armor, it looks like. I bought a live royal, we'll kill the rest for Isaiah. Can I please target? There we go. Oh, I'm taken. I need to zoom out so I can see the rest of the battlefield. Hold on. It's a lot of guys, actually. Okay. What's with the big hand? Hold on. Kill it. I want to get this guy back down. Okay, there we go. Tab. Ah, there's more guys. Okay. You guys here. Help us, please. Oh my god, there's a lot of folks. And they really want me. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, they really want me. Oh, they want me so badly. They're very loud. I'm not meant to take. I'm not meant to take. I'm not meant to take. What the heck is that? Creepy. Hold on. Okay, no, I can't target them or anything. Please, I'm just a black mage. Leave me alone. Okay. Lots of DPS, but forced to tank. Who died? Oh, is it because Elbert died? Okay, that's rough. That's real rough. There's a lot of enemies in that one. Okay. Might help if I put some of them to sleep, maybe. Or wait. Target all nearby enemies to sleep. Okay. Spells can be cast without interruption. Elbird, sick chicken. Give this man some chicken noodle soup. Skip. Can I skip this? I can. We're good. Just gonna do that while I deal with everything else first. Actually, no, it's not really gonna help if my allies are also targeting them. We're good. There's also just no healers here. That's rough. Can't move. Ah, shit, wait, hold on. Do I have to just go out of my way to protect Albert here? Right? Oh wait, I'm not targeting anything, that's why. Ow. That in particular is really tanky. Probably for a reason. One. Do I just need to help him against Aline, maybe? Like if Aline goes down... That'd be great. Hold on, now I'm tanking, now I'm tanking, now I'm tanking. Fuck. I guess Aline has like plot health. But then if Elbert goes down, he everything. Okay, how do I do this? What is the strategy for this? There's no way for me to heal Elbert, is there? He just sort of locks blades with Aline, or with Relaine even, or whatever her name is. I forget. Unless you're a healer, dang. I can't like throw a potion on him or anything. Okay. Maybe if I can put her to sleep, but also, I think if I put her to sleep, since he's like constantly attacking her anyway, she's just gonna wake up. I'm just gonna keep an eye on the enemies that are close to him, I think. This thing. Okay. Try to grab aggro from Aline and try to take damage instead. Unsure, to be honest. I don't have anything that can let me grab aggro though. Just do a ton of damage. Best aggro. Dang it. Okay, wait, hold on. Dang it. Hold on, I need to take this guy out. 1 second. Do you have like an NPC healer here that I need to like keep alive or something maybe? That would be very helpful. There's so many guys. Hold on. Oh god. Oh god. can't really see anything. Help me, Igiri. This guy who I think is actually taking over it out of the way while I'm at it. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. I don't need the strats, we're good. Bind her. Do it tight. Yes, sir. Good work, man. She and her Imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better. Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flames. People looked up to you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. Is that as mean to see you've fallen so low? What do you know of low? You, a spoiled little lordling who has never known any want. People like you take wealth and birth for granted. You think it's your God's given right to rule over others. You know not of our plight, the injustice that we lowbornish guardians must endure. To our noble lords and ladies, we're not people but resources to be consumed. I did what I had to survive, stealing, killing, even whoring myself. It's no fault of mine if fools managed me at Paragon when I joined the Flames. Dang. Here, you tell it. I don't think you were the only person never to have suffered. In case you had forgotten, Raban himself was born into poverty, as was I. He lived hand to mouth, little more than the shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion. Yet never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor did we begrudge others their fortunes. We accepted the hand that has been dealt, played it to the best of our ability. Life was a battle lie, but no matter what fate threw us, we took it on the chin and came back for more. Everything we have, we fought for. How are we any different then? It is true that we are both mercenaries of lowly birth. It is true that we both had our fair share of struggles. Whereas I sold my sword, you, Marshal, you sold your comrades. Blight has taught me one thing, is that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise a hand against my friend. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have doubted this guy. Enough talk. You'll return to Ulda to face justice, and the people who trust you have dragged through the gutter. There we go. We're good. No longer dying. Not so much a hint of remorse. 'Tis well that this sordid business is finally to an end. Friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. Let's hope that we have chosen our own allies more wisely than Raban chose his. That makes me concerned, though. I feel like we're building up to something here. Oh.
Truly bothersome business.
We're building up to something with Alphanon here.
No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Roban. There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the Blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace.
You better not do anything to Momo, or not Momodine, Nanamo. Getting my Lalafell mixed up.
Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo Ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
You better not do anything to Nanamo. Poor baby. If anything happens to Nanamo, I'm cutting off this guy's head. Alright. Captain Arabelle and I have a few questions for the Flight Marshal regarding the circumstances of her miraculous escape. When we have completed our interrogation, we shall take our findings directly to General Raban, and that shall be the end of it. Doubt. Your work here is done, my friend. My thanks. But I have one last task for you. Return to Rising Stones and apprise Minfilia of all that has happened. I'm aware that the antecedent held royal in high regard. For better or worse, she'll want to know how this tale ends. Alright. Telegy allegedly did nothing. Allegedly. Alright. You kind of want to do like a little snack break. Just a little one. Let me see what I have here. Allegedly telegy at allegedly. Say that 10 times fast. Allegedly telegy at I'm bad at intonation in the first place. You can't expect me to do. You can't expect me to do tongue twisters. But yes, I do have some apple and cinnamon soft candy that I have yet to try. So I guess we're trying them live on streams. Oh wow, they smell insane. I really hope this doesn't make a mess though. It's apple cinnamon, but it's like the texture of like Twizzlers. I'm not sure. There's a really big discrepancy between the flavor and the texture. I'm not sure if I like it. It's certainly something, so I'll drink water. Hold on. It does taste like an apple pie, but it doesn't. The texture is off. Also, hi Xantok. Oh, you can't pull me into the Rising Stones. Okay. We're leading up to something here in Olda, at least. Let me drink my coffee. Alright. That reminds me, I still have to actually,
Welcome back, my friend. I have already received word from Alfino.
Update on the disappearance of Hatsune Miku cover. I've still yet to actually record the fast parts at full speed. I've done a version where I've recorded the fast parts at 0.75 speed, which is you can still tell it's sped up when you bring it up to full speed. I still need to actually do a version where I do it at full speed, which might take a while. Mostly because I haven't really found a time to actually record it. Unfortunately, in Stars in Time, doing the reading for all that has hurt my voice a little bit. But I'll try my best.
To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the Garlean agent. I know not what to say. Together with Robon, Eileen lent us much-needed aid at the time of our Order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat. When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then. But now is not the time to dwell on such matters. I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Ascians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled.
Alright.
My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbreeder, the floor is yours.
Is Moonbreeder just here to stay at this point? That'd be really cool.
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with white auracite, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Ascian souls. Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether. Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
In addition to auracite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength. Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
Meaning that, if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it.
Our writer is actually considered one of the best writers of the game. I see.
'Tis our belief that an Ascian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure ether.
Just beam him into
The only trouble is, we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be. Without knowing how much ether an Ascian soul is composed of, we're basically guessing.
Our sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Habrea.
During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy. Based on your description, we believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether. Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Habrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void. The fact remains, however, that Heidelin placed the means to destroy the Ascians in your hands.
Can't you do it again?
Be that as it may, it would be unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
Or can I just summon a book whenever I want to if I try my hardest?
Quite so, my lady. We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Heidelin did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell?
Oh, what if we had two pieces of white auracite? One to trap the Ascian, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
It would seem more research is in order.
Back to the box.
I'm going to linger a while, perform a few more tests on the auracite. And I could do with some help. Orianger, why don't you lend me a hand?
Mine apologies, but I am required at the Waking Sands.
Why are you so scared of her, Orianja? She's very pretty lady. It would be an
Lady
honor to do
Minfilia
research with
hath
her.
given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
Sole charge, you say? So you're basically alone there, then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you.
Lend her a hand and lend her your bed too, Orianja. Dang. I might have to look up fanfiction after this.
While you were afield, word arrived from the Sharlayan motherland. You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident at the Isle of Val. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least. According to the report, the Isle has been erased from existence.
Oh?
'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
Orianja is big introvert, Linus is extrovert and also big flirt with him. Perfect. I ship them. Wonderful.
Aye. Yet the mystery endeth not with the Isle's disappearance.
Put me in between them. I mean, what?
It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
What's more, they all had
When
something
are you
in
gonna get
common with the
unhooded,
head of the students
Orianja?
of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or the rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence.
Hydrate, I'll hydrate.
All
I'm being a little bit
indications suggest
thirsty.
Ascian involvement. But I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the Dark Beings call the One True God.
See, they put me in between them. Look at how we're standing.
We must pray that my dear friend Kryl regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
Is the next expansion going to this Sharlayan place, or is it going to be Dorma? Mystery. Oh. Cutscene. Back here.
Following the calamity, the forces of the 14th
I'm not gonna read that one out loud, Brennan.
entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea. So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
That's how you pronounce it? Huayu? Okay. Do you want me to tell you where the next expansion is? No, keep it a secret. I want to be surprised. It's French.
There is more.
Dang,
we have
the
reason
French.
to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald.
Why do the French have to be so complicated?
But this higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the media project, Solus Zos Galvus showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash.
Question, actually, are these names like the same in like the Japanese version? Or like, is the French localized?
We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
I think they're all the same. If someone can like copy and paste like the katakana or hiragana or however they write the name for Huayu in chat real quick. Just so I can check. Because I'm curious to see how they spell it. And if making it like unnecessarily French in the English version was like a localization choice or something.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Dalamud from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived. To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the Primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
It's not on the wiki. Wait. Erin Doyaye. So, like, in the Japanese pronunciation, the last name is pronounced with the R in the front. So, I guess they just made it French in the English version. That's a choice.
Even before the accursed thing was dug up, it seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerge to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
Some pronunciations change when they also change VAs in the next expansion. Oh great. I think the elves just have a tendency to have French names. Oh great. Well, next expansion is when they switch over to the London dubbing studio, right? So maybe they just have different ways of saying it across the pond.
But there was one in Garlemald who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature. One who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the Legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th now acted alone.
Final Fantasy
In a bid
14th.
to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the Calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
The VA for Alpha has actually been streaming the game recently. Okay. I'm kind of curious in case I know who that is. Unless they don't usually stream.
A man who outranks Van Belsar, yet opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Varus Zosgalvus.
They do not usually stream. Okay, good to know.
So he was Huayu's true master.
Also, honestly, the dubbing talk has been distracting me from the current conversation, and most of it has gone over my head. It's fine. I'll understand it later,
But
I
one
think.
of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, she sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea. In so doing, she helped to maintain the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were.
7 hells! You mean to say that she was a double agent?
Huh, triple, if you consider her services to Van Belsar and the new Emperor as separate.
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me.
Okay.
By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her Imperial or Monetarist masters. Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, Huayu must be made to reveal whose it is.
A quadruple agent?
Not only have I lost a trusted friend, now I must interrogate her as a stranger.
Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
I know that full well. Those closest to Huayu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
You have ever been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul. And with that, I take my leave.
Yeah, is someone listening in on us? It feels like someone is.
All these years, I've been made to dance to their tune.
It'd be very easy for Lalafell to just sort of, you know, hide and just listen in on these big guys. Did New Alphanon voices Apollo in the Hades too? See, I assume we were talking about Apollo Justice, actually. But actually, Sam Riegel voices Phoenix, right? Right? Is that how it works again? It's been a while.
How could you, Wayu? How could you side with them? Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve.
Oh.
I know you can hear me, monitoring scum. Your crimes will not go unpunished.
Robon, you're so cool.
TM, purge this land of your sickness before the eyes of the 12. I swear it.
He's about to go feral. Oh.
I shall have no further need of you this day.
Seems like they don't do a lot of voice work, but they also voice a very notable character in a very popular MMO, so not much need to, I guess, I suppose.
Your Grace.
Delicious cakes. And pastries.
I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long.
Uh-oh.
Has the situation grown so grim?
Ladies
Ever
having
since
tea.
he proposed the Cartiner Reclamation Bill, Teleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees. The monitorists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs. Yet now is not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the Syndicate?
Would that the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the Syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents.
Tried grape is right.
This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right.
Maybe...
If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly. Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
Sorry, it's just really cute just to see these three having tea with each other. It's very cute.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. As such, there shall ever be citizens who feel aggrieved. It cannot be helped.
Not Nanamo's big sisters. Nanamo's wine-ons.
But as you have informed us, the monitorists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while the masses starve. In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Ul'dah whole.
Nanama to this day is my favorite nation leader in Final Fantasy XIV. Merweb is number 2. I mean, Merweb is very pretty. Tane Senna, I feel like, hasn't really had much presence compared to
only makes matters worse.
To the other two.
Even accounting for Uldar's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the monetarists with a rod to beat Rauban.
Kane said is definitely a wine mom, but Merwib is more like a mead mother. Let them have their tea.
Eorzea can ill afford for the immortal flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together. Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. Cannot be done to improve the situation in Ulda.
We can kill a billionaire.
The true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few. The monetarists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people. For Uldar to move forward, it is not only the Syndicate that must be dissolved.
Nay, you jest.
Dissolve the monarchy.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here. When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Rauban to preserve order and protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves. For a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Uldar.
Your Grace, are you certain of this?
I'm worried something bad is going to happen to Nanamo.
There is no other way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monetarists shall cease to be. Uldar will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people. Rauban, forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name. Beyond this gesture, I am powerless to help my subjects.
Baby. Alright. Gotta keep going. Philly is considering which of her many responsibility demands her utmost attention. So am I. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Excuse me. I'm most eager to address the Ascian threat. However, we dare not neglect our other pressing concerns. Patch 2.4 complete. Welcome to 2.5. Hell yeah. You both know full well that Saint Shiva will not be the last primal we face. And our relationship with Ishgard is still tenuous at best. So, like, how many, like, patches does it go up to, then? Before it goes to, like, 3.0. Which I assume is, like, the next expansion. Do you think that the resolution of the primal threat was once the sole priority of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? Some days I wonder if it was wise for us to take on so many other responsibilities. Lest you forget, Antecedent, the Scions need not shoulder the burden alone. We're not the Crystal Braves established for this very reason. True, we are presented with a multitude of problems. However, we have all the resources we need to address them in turn. Nathan in particular is ever a steadying hand, whom I trust will continue to support the Braves. MSQ updates come out on 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, and the finale on 0.55. I see. Good to know. So I'm getting there. To what do we hold a pleasure? Have there been further developments regarding the situation in Ulta? As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their high-ranking officers was a Garlean agent. Suffice it to say, Telegy Adelegy and his monetarist ilk have wasted no time in attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Plainly, General Narama needs our help, and I will direct the Crystal Braves to offer what support they can. If I am to stay abreast of the latest developments and issue effective orders, however, I cannot afford to waste time traveling back and forth. And for the foreseeable future, I think it would be best if I were to remain in Ulda. Unless you have an objection. None whatsoever. We have matters here well in hand. Well, Brenda's research is proceeding as planned. So she tells me, though I'm not familiar with the details. Orion's just poring over his tomes at the Waking Sands, and the others are contributing in their own ways. Alas, the key problem, how to form an ethereal blade at will, remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it's only a matter of time. While we focus on that task, perhaps you could assist Alphanot and his braves with theirs. It would do much to restore faith in the Immortal Flames that the Warrior of Light was seen working on their behalf. Never forget your esteemed status allows you to act in ways those more tightly bound to organizations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so. Okay. Not that your response was ever in doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. Now then, our preparations I must attend to before my departure, such as receiving Real's latest report. He's proven to be quite skilled at gathering information others wish kept secret, hence why I placed him under my direct command and ordered him to investigate the Olden riots. When you're finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have a favor to ask. If there are any developments on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion. Ring my banana phone. I'm curious if like Oriansha has like dialogue in regards to Brenda if I go find them at the Waking Sands or something. Drink more coffee. Is Brenda here? She sure is. With Hori Boulder and Coltonet. These two have been telling me stories about the corrupted crystal formations that appeared following the calamity. I'll need more data before I can draw a conclusion, but I'm intrigued by the potential of their untapped energies. We were but stripling adventurers the night we saw fire rain from the sky and a pillar of light scorch the heavens. What a sight that was, eh, Coltonet? Ori and I were near Thanalan when the colossal shards of Dalaman pierced the ground. We stood witnesses of the subsequent explosion of ether, watched dumbfounded as the swirling energy solidified into those twisted crystal structures we now know so well. When are you guys gonna figure into the main story quest again? I feel like it's been a while. Alright. Oh. This guy has sick tattoos. And an eye patch. Pleasure as always. You'll be escorting the commander to Yolda, I take it. Actually, I had another task for him. You'd be so kind as to repeat your report for his benefit. Right then. Me and mine have been making inquiries into the source of weapons that have found their ways into refugees' hands way back. So happens we caught wind of something promising. Rather large purchase of sharp and point things by a black marketeer holed up near Highbridge. I doubt this man would have secured such a quantity of weapons if he did not have clients waiting. Clients that, for whatever reason, would prefer this transaction to remain secret. Race in mind that merchant would call Nero while talking Daza, don't it? Generous fellow he was, doling out swords and spears to the downtrodden in this world. Which isn't to say that these clients have the same mischief in mind, but if you want to be sure, it might be prudent to intervene before they collect their goods, Savi. Seizing the weapons before they fall into the wrong hands would be for the best. However, if we strike at the appointed hour, we might capture the black marketeer as well as his clients. What say you? Sounds like a plan. Then it's settled. Rendezvous with Captain Ilber and Highbridge and intervene when the exchange takes place. If you would excuse me, I must leave for Ulda. I expect good tidings. Cool. And Highbridge and Sandland. However, I do kinda... I wanna see if, like, Arianja has, dialogue in the way he stands. Just curious. Arianja and Yeda are probably gonna get masked at some point, and they're probably gonna be both very attractive. Liege. Small talk. As one age endeth and doth another rise, so do our struggles wax and wane. What wouldst thou ask of me? Man, I can't ask him about Brenda. How fares the well? Yeah, he doesn't have anything about Barbara and Daggett. Oh wait, hold on. Such unseemly imaginings are unworthy of thee. As has been made abundantly clear, Barbara is but an old friend. I thought thee possessed of greater refinement than that blackguard Thancred. Did I miss anything else? As ever, our quest to vanquish the mortal Asians doth continue. To this end, my compeer Brenda hath journeyed hither from the Shirley motherland that she might lend us the light of her knowledge. I have no doubt but that much fruit shall be born of our collaboration. I see. Okay. That's all I wanted to say. You see, I'm the type of person whenever I read or watch or read anime or manga that has like a main couple in the forefront, I'm always more interested in like a side character romance than the main character romance. Alright. Oh, there you are, mate. My scouts have been keeping a close eye on the black marketeer. It would seem his guests have arrived. But also seem they hire more than a few men to stand guard. Common thugs of no consequence, but nevertheless they pose a threat. Even so, I feel compelled to apologize. It is far beneath the man of your standing, and Commander Lavalier didn't need to have dispatched you hither. Excuse me. But powerful men ever have need of loyal, able-bodied friends. Having found one on you, 'tis only natural he would have come to rely upon you without hesitation. Alright. Now then, we should make for the burning wall without delay and secure those weapons. The first unit will ensure the clients do not escape. With me. With me! Alright. Oh, it's all the way in the burning walls. Oh, I might as well fly over instead of deal with the maze there. Okay. Where am I going? Over here, okay. I spy one man, but there are sure to be others. I have a plan. When you approach the sentry and create a distraction, my men and I will slip past and catch the black marketeer unawares. Alright. Once you've disposed of the thugs, wait for us outside the tunnel entrance. Any questions? Let's be off. Good luck, my friend. Don't fuck this up, little bird. Can I jump down? I can. That took half my health. That was a bad idea. Alright. Goes there, an adventure, damn fool. You should never come here. Kill. Kill. Oh, there's more. Small guy. Very small guy. More? Yeah, there's more. Alright, where are we going? This way? Okay. This way, right? Yeah. Don't understand. What's this all about? Uh-oh. What happened? Did someone die? Did someone fall? Did someone fall and get crushed or death? No, it's just a merchant. We're fine. As you can see, this was a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he threw a hidden blade and lashed out. But before I can disarm him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result. Did he die? Foolish of me to underestimate the bastard and to bring an inexperienced recruit. Commander Leveler will be most disappointed. Damn it all. Golden opportunity wasted. As for the clients, though we know not how, they slept past our perimeter. At present, the first is currently tracking a party of Duskwhite sellswords we suspect may be them. Well, then we could have enlisted the aid of the Immortal Flames or the Black Brass Blades. Alas, we could aid them. They're no position to aid us. Well, at the very least, we have secured the weapons. Yet even that accomplishment is lacking, for the information we receive indicated a massive shipment, and this is anything but. So you done fucked up. Okay. I will join the first in their hunt for the Duskwhite sellswords. If gods are good, we'll catch them before they escape into the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask you to deliver these weapons to Ola in my stead. Trust them to the third Yu Hase. You'll take care of the rest. This feels strange. Okay. If he's just an Olda. What does? The fact that we're bringing the weapons to Olda anyway. It feels strange. Also, I should see if I have enough for the pants for this outfit, actually. Every single time this one character with the pink sword and the, like, sort of red maid dress is here. Posing like this. Okay. I guess that's just a thing in this server. I still don't have enough for pants, dang it. Okay. It's fine. Where's Yu Hase? Near the Weaver's Guild. Okay, I'll teleport over. There are some known AFA cryptids. Genova used to have someone that was eternally lying dead in Credania Serpent's HQ. Amazing. Roy Mustang is here, dang. I don't know, it just feels weird that we're bringing the weapons to Ulta. Like, I feel like the Monetarists are trying to, like, frame us or something. Ah, the Warrior of Light, ever a reliable friend to the Crystal Braves. And my deepest thanks for your assistance in Korthos. Now, what brings you to this day? Ow. What happened? A gift of weapons from a certain black marketeer, courtesy of Captain L. Bird, you say? Understood. Once we catalog the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. I feel like... I don't know... The political situation in Ulda is real rough. I feel like we're playing into somebody's hands here. This cannot be everything, can it? Real stated with confidence there would be a far greater quantity of weapons. A blatant falsehood. Clearly Real is unfamiliar with the ways of Uldan merchants. Whoever strive to present themselves as greater than they are. We should be thankful that this information was not completely on us. Aranis, and that we managed to achieve anything of worth at all. Something so worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we got more things to worry about, like fighting those Garleans up north. There'll be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Orders are to stand watch, not seek glory in battle. If you have any further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the cerulean processing plant. Time to keep the temperate fruits here in their keep, eh? Quite well, Elian. For freedom of all. Surprised you can carry around this box of weapons around. Excellent work as always, my friend. Rest assured that the immortal flames will herald your contribution until we meet again. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, if like the Monetarists have like spies around and are using this information that I, you know, brought weapons to the capital to like blackmail me or frame me for something. A word if it please ye? Not here. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. No need for whistling this time, don't you worry. Okay. I could teleport closer, I guess. Over here. Hurry up, mate. Thanks for indulging me a request. Few places better than the market for privacy, I find. All hustle and bustle of commerce means most conversations go unnoticed. We'll get to the point. Brennan Wall, when you and the captain interrupted the exchange, what happened? Tell me everything. Leave no detail out. Oh? Are you sus of the captain? Huh. That's not quite how the first told it. Uh-oh. Those Death Whites they were chasing, latest word that was that we lost the trail. But you never saw them yourself. Not before fighting started and not after. Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in me bones. I'm not daft enough to be misled by some merchant's drunken boast. Our information was reliable, goddammit. I know he purchased those weapons. Uh-oh. As if I'd never deciphered a moneylender's book or had to follow a transaction back to its source. The plan of that back when the Braves were getting started, believe me. We had one assurances that we weren't taking gil from wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days money flows like water, and the first and the third get the shiniest new toys. Oh. Where's the money coming from then? Forgive me, friend. Along me mind these days. I'm pretty lending in there. Right then. Let's get back to it. First and the third. I think the first is Elbert, and I don't know who's in charge of the third. Oh, it's Tataru. It's been a while. Can you hear me? This is Tataru. Your presence is urgently requested at the Rising Stones. Please come and see me as soon as you're able. Okay. Concern. Big concern. In charge of what? The third in the Crystal Braves. Well, that's just Yuhase, maybe. Alright. Back here. It's like how in the Garland Legions we don't know what all of them do / who leads them. Okay. I guess. Tataru. Thank you for coming so quickly. We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. A most, determined lady by all indications. Oops. What the heck is that? Our guest is with the antecedent, the solar, the present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer, shall we? Looks like big, like, skeletal dragon. Okay. I guess we're getting ready for another duty. Oh, it's Lucia. Hello, my queen. Lady.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you.
The Tall People Council and Tataru.
I believe the two of you have met.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
You
Dragon
see
stuff.
now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm.
Okay.
Last night, the Dragon Star burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers. Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
So we're gonna fight some dragons?
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Worm Lord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragon Star is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
We're gonna fight a dragon?
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald.
Actually, what was the name of the dragon that Shiva fucked? I don't remember. Or if I shared that.
Only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Garlean fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Ariange has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragon Star portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard Zorma had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard Zorma.
We might as well check it out.
Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights. Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept?
Of course. Let me fight a dragon.
We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
War.
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Forgive me if I say what you already know, but I would ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. As Orion just stated, what we now call the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Agrias, former flagship of the Imperial fleet, and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, and as the next step in his campaign to subjugate Erzea, Gaius von Balsar attempted to seize control of Mardona. So massive was his force that all thought his victory a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Erzea's aid that day, Midgar Summer, legendary guardian of Silvertear Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. And what would later become known as the Battle of Silvertear Skies, the Great Worm fell countless airships before engaging the Agrias. In the occurring battle, the flagship's cerulean engines failed and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. That same explosion transformed Silvertear Falls into the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its waters and crystallizing ether for miles around. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center a constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. In accordance with Sir Amaric's wishes, our Doman allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of Lake. It'd be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Tataru is so tiny compared to the rest of us. Be careful, my friend. We not know what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own task. There's much to be done and precious little time to do it. Alright. Y'all been watching more Dora. Okay. Let's go run. There you go. Fly on over. Go over here, Beth. I choose you. That's the thing I need to fight? Okay. Presumably. Alright. Here in look, sir. I was about to send word to Revenant's Toll about the Gorlians. Of late I've seen small airships, likely from Casham's Sentry, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake. But I cannot say for certain at this distance. I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. Casham's supply lines have been cut for some time, and I wager they desperately need spare parts and other equipment. Have you noticed anything about the big dragon? So it's true then. The Ancient Guardians honestly fear that the worm might rise again. Well, from here it seems rather unlikely, but if it's assurances they want, you have no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creature which inhabits the wreckage, and the aforementioned Garleans won't take kindly to your presence. They're sure to open fire upon an airship, so I'd advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Agrias, then climb to the top. That's the only viable approach, I'd say. Ding! What's up, man? Wake the fuck up, queue us up. Is this bed actually like a mount? Sure is. Okay, I guess while we do that, we'll do more of the crystal stuff. All right. Here's a random question. If you change like one like random object that you own, that you currently own, into like a flying vehicle, like a flying carpet or a flying bed or a flying broom, what would it be? What would be the object? I am personally partial to the idea of just sort of like flying around on them. Like a giant bedsheet, but instead of like riding on top of the bedsheet, you're riding it like a parachute. Trash can, and I want to be in it, sticking my head out. But what if they throw trash inside of you? Hold on, where am I going? This way, okay. There it is. I should probably kill this pugilist while I'm here. Oh wait, Sprite also wants me, hold on. Okay. Kill. There we go. More crystals I got for now. Back to more Dota. Alright. Doing donuts. Alright. I think, okay, he spawned in, we're good. Good to see you. Tell me, were you able to obtain the remaining crystals from the beastmen? I did. Wonderful. With all 4 crystals in hand, we are now ready to proceed to the next stage of our preparations. I hope I did not give the impression that we've been embarking on our journey to a crystal tower just yet. Alas, there is yet another step which must be completed ere we come to that. All the crystals you acquired are indeed flawless. They are little use to us in their present form. They are to reflect the elemental forces of the tower's defenses. They must be cut and polished. A process which calls for a very particular set of materials, a very particular set of skills. Procuring them will be a challenge in itself, I fear. Needless to say, we'll be requiring your services once again. Okay. Who's crafting? I'm hearing things happen. It's a little bit distracting, but it's fine, I guess. If the flawless crystals you procured for us are to retain their elemental purity during the shaping process, a very specific set of abrasive substance will be required. Well, I say substances, but one might just as well call them one substance, namely aether sand, which has 4 elementally aspect varieties. Alas, aether sand is neither common nor cheap. Indeed, it's not unusual for the abrasive to exceed the value of precious stones it's used to polish. Given the rarity of the materials in question, the Goldsmith's Guild in Ulda seems the likeliest place to purchase the quantity we require. When I contacted the Guildmaster, however, I was informed that no aether sand was currently available. I requested word be sent as soon as new stock came in. I have yet to receive aught but apologies. I should mention at this point I placed the order some time before you procured the flawless crystals. I'm well aware that acquiring aether sand is no small feat, of course, and I'm not an impatient man. But fear the more we delay your investigation, the greater the risk that the tower's secrets may fall into the hands of other, less savory parties. That's why I wish to entrust to you the payment for your purchase, and send you to speak directly with Guildmaster Serendipity. Mayhaps the presence of such a distinguished personage will spur the guild into action. In any event, it is my hope that next we meet, you'll have found at least one of the 4 varieties of aether sand we require. Okay. Seven minutes elapsed already. Okay. Back to Ola then. Serendipity, we like her. Interesting. I'm out of coffee. No, okay, that's fine. I'll just drink water. Goldsmith's Guild, yeah. Oh wait, did we just... I think we just matched. Hold on, get me out of the loading screen, please. Come on, get me out of here. There we go. We're fine. Mechanical dragon. Also wave, okay. Codpiece clipper? Terrifying. My poor penis. Sorry. Okay, it died. Oh. Okay, we're good. nice, actually. Hold on, I need to catch up. Okay, we're good. It's like frog. Okay. Islander. Okay. Oh, what the heck? Can I don't think I can target these guys, okay. Okay, just sort of drop things under them, I see. What is happening? That's scary. Oh dear. Get away. Those things are gonna explode. We're good. Back up. What's the thing in the center again? I forgot what that does. Is a push? Okay, no, we're good. Where am I supposed to go? Ah, shit. We're fine. Somehow I survived that. Maybe I should stay close to everyone else, huh? I forgot how some of the telegraphs work. Okay, we're good. Onward. Up. Identification key. What's happening? Wait, hold on. Oh wait, gotta catch up. gunship. That's fun. What do you mean he's just dropping guys on us? Okay. Okay, cool, we're good. Find the dragon tail? Oh, okay. Frick. Wait, I'm falling behind. Hold on. Alright. We're good. We're at the boss. Uh-oh.
Who treadeth now upon my bones, and waketh me from slumber sweet?
Sorry. There's just some Richie bones. Actually, I guess bones are technically the opposite of meaty unless they have meat on them, huh?
Thou hast forgotten the face of thy lord. Remember, mortal, and fear me.
Oh. Okay. It was dancing, waiting for me. Okay. Alright. Do your thing, tank. Okay. What is that? This music is not as intense as I thought it would be. Oh, do I have to kill the guys? Or is this, do I have to like block them? Or what? I don't know how these guys work. Hold on. Okay. I forgot my DPS lessons, I'm sorry. It feels like it's been a while. They threw like a whole bunch of mechanics at me in preparation for other things, but then they were like, and then proceeded to like only use a few of them in the next couple of battles, so. God. I do really like this track though, it's very intense. I should probably close the map so I can see it. And it's gotten Summer's Ether, oh dear. Hold on. I like intense piano pieces for boss battles. Charging up for a big attack? Okay, probably. I'm just gonna... Oh, do we have to... Oh, we have to stack. Okay. I'm forgetting how some of these work. Okay. I forget what we have to do with this with these guys. We're just gonna dodge their attacks. Just gonna chill near the healer, I think. Okay, we're good. Not today, Dragon Man. Or just Dragon, I guess. Alright. Beep, 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 beep.
By her gifts hast thou earned a moment's reprieve.
Are you talking about Hyder? Are you talking about the aggro?
Speak, mortal, and I shall listen.
Eerie. Saying something, but I don't know what I'm saying.
Guided by a star. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn.
Can you not do that though?
Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds.
Well, that's dumb. As hell.
We do not forget. We do not forgive.
Maybe you should just talk your feelings out, buddy.
7 children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution. I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor in vain. Thy reprieve is at an end. Trickery is thy shield. This frail, ignoble creature is not.
You gonna glow at me, I'm gonna glow right back at you, mate.
Hearken to me, Hydaelyn. I remember, and I consent.
Why'd you wait?
Fear not, mortal. I shall not harm thee.
Orb. Oh, that I don't look very unharmed, I think. Are you giving me my glowy book back? That'd be really cool. Like draining the aether to make her glowing weapon, maybe? Unless this is something bad that should not be happening.
Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker.
What'd you do to my fun crystals?
Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine. I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing.
Huh? What do you mean by that? Did you
Thou didst profit much by her grace.
Did you get rid of my aggro? That's not good. You can do that. Oh, baby! Do I get to keep that? Do I get to keep that?
The covenant binds me to thee. I shall watch, listen, and wait.
Did you get babyfied?
Fight and struggle, if it be thy will. Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp. shall rejoice.
Still not entirely sure what you did.
Song heraldeth a beginning and an end.
Okay. Maker Summer recognizes that you have Heidelin's blessing, but after the ultimate weapon, Heidelin was pretty drained. Midi is removing the blessing from you to help Heidelin recover faster, and instead Midi is granting you some protection. You still have the Echo. Midi and Heidelin actually know each other. Okay, good to know. You may summon Maker Summer by selecting the corresponding menu, or corresponding entry within your minion guide under the character in the main menu. Awesome. I want to do that. Is it like in my inventory? Okay, no, that's a coffer. No, it looks like it went straight into my minion guide. Small lizard baby. So cute. Okay. It's beginning to fear the worst for those explosions I saw. But you shouldn't waste time talking with me. Alphinaud left a message saying that you were to return to Rising Stones at once. Okay. What time is it? 3:39. I have like a good 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. I'll keep going, I guess. I didn't need to teleport, but I guess I might as well since I have max money anyway. So Midgar Summer has a power equivalent to Heidelin then. That is interesting. Big dragon. Alright. Maybe the dragon isn't that bad of a guy. Lucia. Oh, I don't get my minion in here. Okay. Unfortunate. Alphinaud. Prince, it's probably you were hale and whole. Came as soon as Minfilia informed me of the Sir Imeric's request. You've completed the investigation of the Keeper of the Lake, I take it. I'm able to hear your report. What happened? You converse with Midgar Summer. I swear when anyone else makes such a claim, I would regard it with considerable skepticism. Are we to understand that the Wormlord did not perish and hasn't so slain dormant these past 15 years? Less of resurrection and more rejuvenation for he who dwelleth in eternity, years passing as moments. Now his words were ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Ishgard shall burn. Clearly an attack is imminent. I must share this information with Sir Imeric immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midgar Summer in its entirety. He would acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravani in his grave but necessary risk. Lest we forget, men have been executed as heretics for declaring as such. For your own protection, for the sake of our tenuous relations with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. As for how we shall present your revelation to Sir Imeric's emissary, you may leave that to me. probably remain here for now. My ass looks so flat in these pants. Okay. There's something you're not telling us. You seem different somehow. It's almost as if you're missing something. Something important. Of course she would notice. 12 for 10. Midgar Summer stripped you of the blessing of light. Are you alright? How do you feel? I see. It's a relief to hear that you were otherwise unharmed. It beggars belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgar Summer made a mention of a covenant, did he not? The ancient myths regarding Silvertear Falls states that when the waters came into existence, so too did the Great Worm. Ulthik and Nymea, brother Time and sister Fate, decreed that Midgar Summer ever watch over the source from which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder if this was the covenant which he broke, and 'twas not the gods whom he treated, but Eidolon herself. Well, if he is watching over you as he claimed, mayhap he will have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to overburden our friends needlessly. Well. Art thou a pawn or master of thy fate? What has wrought by thy own hands, mortal? I know you're basically haunting me, but you're very cute. You're so tiny. Itty bitty. Baby.
My friend, I can scarce believe it. You confronted the Wormlord and lived to tell the tale. I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different.
But we can
And now
help.
that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Away!
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
Gotta check on them. Each Guardians have warred with Dravanians for centuries, nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I never less fear that the Guardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. It was not Midgar Summer who roared. The call to arms by one of the first brood cannot be ignored. Until such time as they chose to request our aid, however, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance and pray that our fears are unfounded. They aren't. They definitely aren't. Okay, I guess we can start the next quest at least. Ere I forget, I believe Mon Brenda has requested a gathering of the Scions. I assume there have been some progress concerning the efforts to combat the Ascians. Pray inform her that our business with the Ishburnians is concluded for the moment. I shall be alone once I've completed my communications with the Crystal Braves. Alright. Keep going for a few minutes, I think. All done with your talk of dragons. Wonderful. Kazazians are next on the menu. Let's head into the solar, shall we? I feel like I can't quite do the posh British accent, I'm sorry. British accent is basically Charlie Fult's British accent. Because that's the one I hear most often, I think.
Now that everything's calmed down a bit, relatively speaking I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon. I believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know. So, an Ascian is an immortal because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void.
Right.
Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Ascian is preventing its soul from making this journey. And if you recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
Which left the small matter of their extermination.
Aye. To unmake an Ascian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Ascian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of. As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether. Hang on a minute! Why didn't we think of this before? White auracite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
Please tell me you're joking. God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you. How many times do you need to be told that white auracite cannot store ether for long periods? Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Indeed. I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Lamentsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Ascian's soul? Or still more?
I do not envy the poor sod who has to lug all of that around, on the off chance that an Ascian appears.
That's the very problem we set out to solve. And I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source. And the only viable source is the land.
Okay.
If you mean to tap the Great River of Ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled
there's a plane passing by.
Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land?
The big crystals, okay.
I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
But what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say? If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea. I've yet to put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
If you think it worth your while, you have my blessing. But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I thought you might say that, but no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out.
That looks like a cool weapon that I want.
Thing is, the profusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether. Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Has something happened?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum.
Oh dear.
During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Castrum's sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end they have their sights set upon the ceruleum processing plant. Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men. Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals. Well then, consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect, so the Garleans have to go.
I do like her. I do like Mabinda. She's very funny. She's very cute.
Besides, we
She's
can't
very
afford
charming.
to beat about the bush. There's no telling when the Arceans will next appear.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Though you have become a crystal brave, you are yet a scion, Alphino. We could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Thangred and Papalimo shall accompany you.
It's been a while since we had Thancred in action, so...
Ida and Yashtola, in the meantime I would have you assist Moonbreeder. Scout out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white orosite.
Thank you, Arianger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you are able. Go well, and be safe.
Alright. We shall go. think that is a good place to call it for today then. Alright, let me go ahead and switch to just me.